Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson and it's great to be back. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Former Seattle area teacher who left his job after pleading to a sex offense was arrested in Chelan over the weekend on suspicion of rape. A Chelan High School senior has been honored for her dedication to STEM education. And temperatures will warm up tomorrow through the end of the week with even hotter weather expected this weekend. Four Western Washington residents were killed Saturday afternoon in a rollover accident involving a side-by-side ATV near the town of Liberty. The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office says at around 4 p.m., deputies and fire units responded to a 911 call that a Polaris RZR side-by-side ATV rolled and burst into flames while driving on a dirt road west of the town of Liberty. The owner and driver of the ATV was 24-year-old Connor Jenkins of Ording. Also in the vehicle were Connor's friend, 23-year-old Benjamin Gomez Santana of Covington, and a couple they met that day, 26-year-old Devin Aronson of Kent and 24-year-old Haley Cole of Maple Valley. Gomez Santana and Cole died at the scene of the accident. Helicopters transported Jenkins and Ananson to Harborview Hospital's burn center in critical condition, where both died of their injuries later that night. The cause of the accident and fire are under investigation. 9 people were injured yesterday afternoon following a 2-car accident on Highway 17 near the Grant County International Airport. According to the Washington State Patrol, just after noon, a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan being driven by 34-year-old Jesus Banda of Mattawa was traveling eastbound on North Lake Road when it failed to stop at the intersection of North Lake Road and Highway 17. The Dodge collided with a 2007 Chevy Tahoe being driven by 39-year-old Katie L. Hernandez of Ephrata. All 3 occupants of the Dodge and all 6 occupants of the Tahoe were transported by ambulance to Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake with undisclosed injuries. Banda faces charges of failing to stop at that stop sign. The State Patrol says drugs or alcohol was not a factor. A massive fire in northern Okanagan County crossed over into Canadian wildlands over the weekend. The Eagle Bluff fire got its start about 2 p.m. Saturday near the Washington border town of Oroville. The blaze then swept north toward Osoyoos in British Columbia, where it threatened some 700 residences. As of this morning, the Eagle Bluff fire was estimated at more than 10,000 acres in size. A Type 3 incident team took command of the fire response yesterday. Authorities say the blaze appears to be human-caused. East Wenatchee police say a 49-year-old suspect who twice tried to rob a local hotel is behind bars. Eric John Felton was arrested Saturday. Police say he entered the Cedars Inn Hotel early on July 7th and threatened the front desk employee while demanding money. He left on foot without taking anything, but last Thursday, Felton allegedly returned about 5 a.m. and took cash from the lobby register while the front desk was unattended. The theft was caught on video. Police say they'll seek charges, including third-degree theft and second-degree burglary. A former Seattle area teacher who left his job after pleading to a sex offense was arrested in Chelan over the weekend on suspicion of rape. Chelan County Sheriff's detectives arrested 52-year-old Darren Daniel Hunter on Sunday after a woman alleged that Hunter assaulted and raped her in his home one day earlier. Deputies say Hunter had previously paid the woman for sex work and brought her to his home with an offer to sell her prescription drugs. Hunter was once a teacher in the Seattle School District but left his job after pleading guilty last year to misdemeanor assault with sexual motivation against a woman he had dated. He remained jailed today in the Chelan County Regional Justice Center and was due to make his first court appearance this afternoon. When we come back, tomorrow, August 1st, is the final day to get your vote in for this year's primary election. Washington Department of Transportation crews spent part of last week clearing ditches and basins along Highway 97A near Eniat, and they used a unique piece of equipment to do it. Tonight and tomorrow, the Wenatchee School District is recruiting paraprofessionals, the assistants who support teachers in all kinds of roles throughout the district. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. There's ice on my heat pump and under my heat pump.
Well, ice under your heat pump is normal. When we go into a defrost cycle, it melts the frost off, creates water, which freezes to the ground. Ice around your heat pump is a thing that you should probably give us a call about.
Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks.
Hibis Public Market is on the move to make parking, dining, shopping, and events an even better experience for our community. Check out the progress that has already been made towards the revitalization. The West Side project is well on its way, but we need your help to get over the finish line. All donations are greatly appreciated and can be made online at our website or in person at the business office. We want to thank those who have already partnered with us. You are helping make the place we love a better place for our community to meet.
Tomorrow, August 1st, is the final day to get your vote in for this year's primary election. The top 2 vote getters in each category advance in the November general race. Offices up for election in Chelan County include Wenatchee Mayor and School Board, plus mayor's races in Chelan and Leavenworth. Voters have until 8 p.m. tomorrow to return their ballots to their local drop box. Washington Department of Transportation crews spent part of last week clearing ditches and basins along Highway 97A near Eniat. To do so, they employed a device called a boulder buster, which uses a non-explosive pressure injection to break up large rocks. The DOT says once a boulder gets busted down to size, the smaller debris is much easier to remove. A Chelan High School senior has been honored for her dedication to STEM education. Alexandra Natalie Vasquez, who goes by Natalie, has been recognized as the 2023 Apple STEM Network Rising Star through the Washington STEM Rising Star Awards. That's a program that aims to highlight high school-age females. Vasquez is the incoming president of the Chelan Med Club, where she leads a group of high school students in monthly STEM training sessions in 5th grade classrooms, and she job shadows Columbia Valley Community Health physicians twice a week. Vasquez's nomination describes her as a leader and top performer in her classes, with her coursework including AP Physics, Geology 101, and Calculus. Vasquez and the 9 other rising STEM stars will receive $500 and will gather for a trip to the Microsoft campus in Redmond in the fall. Tonight and tomorrow, the Wenatchee School District is recruiting paraprofessionals, the assistants who support teachers in all kinds of roles throughout the district. The next event is 1 to 3 p.m. tomorrow at the district office. Communications Officer Diana Haglund said parapros are an invaluable part of the classroom.
Paraeducators are often thought of as like classroom assistants. They provide instructional support. Sometimes they're working in libraries or in other parts of our buildings, but really critical to supporting our teachers so that they can provide high quality instruction. So we're looking to add paraprofessionals to our ranks, so add some new people into the classroom, as well as in our special ed department. We have many students that need a one-on-one para support professional, and so we're looking to fill those roles as well.
Coming up next in tonight's feature story, a recent Wenatchee High School graduate and winner of the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's Young Musician Competition will be singing the national anthem for the Mariners game. Warmer weather tomorrow and through the week before hot temperatures set in this weekend. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
It's Click It RV's lowest price guarantee sale going on now at your neighborhood Click It RV.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
With 0 down and no payments till September, now is the time to own your dream RV.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro?
Get never before deep discounts on trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and motorhomes. Plus the best selection, highest trade-in values ever, and a lifetime warranty. Nobody beats the discounts at Click It RV.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
On Frontage Road.
Hi, I'm Brian Campbell, and I'd appreciate your vote for Mayor of Wenatchee. Born and raised in Wenatchee, I've experienced a lot of change over the years. Businesses have been devastated by the pandemic. People are concerned for their family's safety. Parents are concerned about their children's education and parents' rights. And people are struggling to make ends meet and find affordable housing. With my past service on our city council and 12 years of meeting attendance, over 100 years of combined community service, and over 40 years in the financial services and real estate industries, I'm uniquely qualified to provide common sense solutions to these challenges.
Paid for by Brian Campbell for mayor.
Enjoy the sounds of summer from your very own pool and spa. Blue Lagoon is now scheduling pool installations for this summer. Call today to schedule a free consultation for a custom San Juan fiberglass pool. And let the experts at Blue Lagoon handle the construction, installation, and regular maintenance. Turn your boring backyard into vacation paradise this summer with industry-leading San Juan pool. No need to go off the deep end. Relax knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa.
In tonight's features story, Violet Madsen, recent Wenatchee High School graduate and winner of the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's Young Musician Competition, will be singing the national anthem for the baseball game tomorrow, and I don't mean the Apple Sox. Madsen will be taking the field for the Seattle Mariners game tomorrow night against the Boston Red Sox.
I first got into singing when I was like 5 years old. I don't really put a lot of pressure onto the national anthem. It feels pretty low-key. It's almost like practicing a song or something. Something I like to do before I perform in most places is kind of just meditate. I was taught like a while ago how to control, I have some like weird nerve issues. And so I've been taught how to like control my nerves by meditating. I'm definitely a sirens girl, you know, when people go like, woo! So I do that because it actually really helps when you're warming up to do those. So I have been to maybe 3 or 4 Mariners games. I went to 2 this year. I went 1 earlier in the year and 1 just recently. We really like going to the Mariners games, yeah. I'm feeling pretty excited about the upcoming game. I really like Julio Rodriguez. Well, is this too much to share? No, I think it's fine. I've kind of had a crush on him ever since Easter, like 2 years ago. And I'm always like in the stands, I'm like, yeah, go J-Rod. So I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to just do it in front of so many people. It's also, they're going against the Red Sox, I think. Is that the Boston Red Sox? Okay, which is kind of crazy. It's like, it might be sold out, which is crazy to me. So it's just really cool and crazy, I guess is how I'm feeling.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Monday and great to be back after a long vacation. We had the pleasure of driving through Yellowstone Park, saw Old Faithful go off. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Just had a great drive through Montana and Wyoming, but it's nice to be back, and what a beautiful view as we get back this afternoon. This is what it looked like from our Waterville Sky-Fi Tower camera, and just off in the distance you can see some of that haze and wildfire smoke. That's from that fire in Oroville, and most of that smoke will really be felt up in the Okanagan County area. We're talking Okanagan, Omak, also also Winthrop into Twisp, and that's through Wednesday. Hazy skies at times throughout that part of our viewing area. As we mentioned, fluctuating smoke levels mainly in Okanagan County. Didn't see a lot of that here in the Wenatchee area today. And for all the latest information on all the air quality around your area, here is the website you need to go to check that air quality, and do so, you folks up north, tonight right through Wednesday. Today's high temperatures about where we should be for this time of year at 88 degrees unofficially. 90 is our normal high temperature for this time of year. And our record for the second day in a row last year, 105 degrees on this date. 61 our low this morning. 64 is where we should be for this time of year. And our record low way back to 1964, 51 degrees. Boy, we have been set on 3.20 inches of moisture since January for a long time now, and we're still getting farther behind, now behind 1.3 inches as far as precip goes for the year so far. Sunrise this morning was at 5:38 and sets tonight at 8:36. Let's take a look now what we can expect as we get you into Tuesday's temperatures. And yes, it's going to warm up a couple of degrees. 91s in the Columbia Basin for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and also Quincy. 91 here in the Wenatchee area expected tomorrow too. Low 90s up Highway 97A. The warm spot Omak tomorrow at 92. Cool spot Lake Wenatchee with the high very pleasant at 85 degrees. All right, tonight we can expect clear skies. It will be just a bit breezy right here in central Washington. We see a lot of wind come up at night, and we're going to see that again tonight with low temperatures, clear skies right around that 60-degree mark tonight, so a little warmer than we've seen at least over the weekend. For Tuesday, sunny skies all over Washington state, and it's going to warm up. We mentioned at lower 90s for most of our viewing area for Tuesday, and we'll stay pretty much consistent for Wednesday too. Sunny and warmer. High temperatures maybe a touch warmer in the low to mid 90s. Area of low pressure out in the Pacific is guiding that warmer air right into Washington. Wednesday, more of the same. Sunny and warm. High temperatures low to mid 90s. We'll see that on Thursday too, but I think we might see a few high clouds late in the day Thursday. It's going to not really affect our temperatures that much. Mid 90s for Friday. Maybe more of those high clouds and some more activity beginning to build up around the Rocky Mountains too. High temperatures Friday in the lower 90s, and then the warm-up really moves in on us on Saturday. High pressure up and over the Pacific Northwest. We could see a chance for isolated late-day thunderstorms on Saturday, but not before we get into the mid-90s for high temperatures. And as we get you into Sunday, pretty much the same scenario on Saturday, but I think a little better chance for those isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. And I'm talking right here in central Washington and over into eastern Washington, but it will be hot to end our weekend with afternoon highs in the mid to upper 90s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 59 overnight tonight, 91 tomorrow, and then a couple of 93s on Wednesday and into Thursday. Remember, some high clouds both Thursday and Friday as well. 93 Thursday, 92 Friday, and then possibly some thunderstorm activity on both Saturday and Sunday, but it is going to be hot. 95 Saturday and 96 your high temperature on Sunday. And that's a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Baseball, the Symphony, Super Oval, and graduations are all community events we're proud to bring you on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is made possible by Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Apple Barrel Bark, Castle Rock International Real Estate, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Mary Maids, Mini Blinds, and more. Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. A reflection of and spotlight on the communities we call home. The NCWLIFE channel.
Luis Castillo and two relievers pitched a 3-hit shutout Sunday as Seattle downed Arizona 4-0 to take 2 of 3 over the weekend series. M's got off to a good start in the series finale, scoring 2 runs in the first inning, then adding another in the second before letting Castillo dominate for his 7th win of the season.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 3-0. It misses badly. A 4-pitch bases loaded walk. It was the heater, but it wasn't close.
See what Ty France does here. He'll make Kelly throw a strike.
France on the ground into left field. Julio is in to score. Teoscar is held. Ty France extends the Mariners' first inning lead. 2-0 in the first inning.
3-1 pitch. Swing on driven deep to right, down the line. Looks like it's going to stay fair. It does. Hey now. Home run, J.P. Crawford. 3-0 Seattle here in the second inning. Here's the pitch swung on and hit deep. Right center field. Giving chase Julio. Got it measured. Makes the catch on the track. Julio with another defensive gem. Gino, second inning base hit to left. He struck out 3 times. He's 1 for 4.
Gino out towards left center. J.P. had to wait. Puts on the Jets. He's coming home. The throw to the plate is not in time. J.P. Crawford scores from second. Gino drives him in. It's a 9th inning run.
He kicks, deals the pitch. Swing on a miss, struck him out. And that's the ball game, and the Mariners shut out the Arizona Diamondbacks, their 3rd consecutive series win. Winning pitcher, Luis Castillo.
Manager Scott Service was quick to point out an important historical fact from a season ago in lauding the efforts of Luis Castillo in Sunday's win.
Credit to our players. Obviously, I think it's about a year ago today, or maybe yesterday, we acquired Luis Castillo, and what a trade. He has changed just that kind of the whole demeanor around our pitching staff, and he is the rock. He's the guy we lean on, and he showed up today. Outstanding effort, 2 hits, 6 innings, and he had really good stuff today and executed well on top of that. So still need a little help out of the bullpen. Matt Brash, solid. Topa's had a great run, and then nice to get Sauce in there. He's had a really good year. Taylor has, and staying away from Seawald for another day helps too. When he added that add-on run we got there in the 9th was big. So offensively, JP, big game there. Ty France 3 hits. Number of guys up and down the lineup, and it's tough. It's 100 degrees here in Arizona. You're at the end of the road trip. The guys are dragging a little bit, but got on the board early, and so we needed to do against Kelly today.
J.P. Crawford finished with 2 hits, while Ty France was 3 for 4. Seattle returns home tonight to begin a series with Boston at 6:40. That's on Root Sports Northwest. Well, everybody in the American League, well, aside from Oakland, was able to gain ground on first-place Texas over the weekend after the Rangers were swept by San Diego. Angels stayed hot, taking 2 of 3 from Toronto, including a 3-2 10-inning affair Sunday. Hunter Renfroe provided the winning punch with a 2-run home run in the top of the 10th. Brandon Lowe was 3 for 5, including a 2-run home run to lead Tampa Bay over Houston Sunday 8-2. Astros took 2 of 3 from the Rays and sit a game back of the Angels in the standings. Ty Black and 4 relievers combined on a 5-hit shutout for Colorado as the Rockies blanked Oakland 2-0. Houston and Toronto are tied for the final American League wildcard spot with Boston 2.5 back. Yankees are 3.5 back. LA sits 4 games back while Seattle is 4.5 games out heading into the series with the Red Sox. Well, the Apple Sox are busy putting a dent in the record book this summer after sweeping Edmonton over the weekend, including an 8-5 win in the series finale on Sunday. Wenatchee has set several franchise milestones with 3 victories against the Riverhawks, including qualifying for the postseason. We get more on the series from the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox made history this weekend as they swept away the Edmonton Riverhawks, defeating them in all 3 games at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It started with a 13-inning, 5-4 walk-off victory when Carson Owen drove in the winning run in the bottom of the 13th with the bases loaded and 2 outs on Friday. Wenatchee followed that up with a 10-1 victory on Saturday night, and that victory secured that they would have a spot in the 2023 West Coast League playoffs. Wenatchee wrapped up the series with Edmonton by picking up a big victory on Sunday. They could have been happy with 2 of 3. Instead, they took all 3 against the Edmonton Riverhawks. MJ Sweeney broke a 4-4 tie with a 2 RBI single in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Wenatchee picked up the 8-5 triumph in the finale against Edmonton. So the Apple Sox have set new single-season franchise records for sweeps as they picked up their 8th of the summer on Sunday afternoon, while also concluding the home slate of the regular season with the most wins at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium in a single summer in West Coast League action. Wenatchee finishes the year 21-6 at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium and hopes to have plenty of home playoff games in the postseason. They are 2.5 games ahead of the Victoria Harbor Cats in the North Division second-half standings, And the postseason begins on August 8th, Wenatchee hoping, if they can win the second half, to potentially have home field advantage for the entire postseason. They are off on Monday before taking on the Bellingham Bells on Tuesday night on the road at Joe Martin Field. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Fred Buxton was 2 for 2 with a run Sunday, while Carson Olin drove in 3. Evan Canfield worked 2 innings of relief to pick up his 4th win of the summer. As Joel mentioned, Wenatchee heads for Bellingham tomorrow for the first of 3 games before finishing the regular season in Kelowna this weekend. You can hear Joel's call, Sunny FM, tomorrow at 6:35. And by the way, if you missed Friday's wild finish, we broadcast it live here on the NCWLIFE channel. After falling behind early, Wenatchee tied it at 2-2 in the 4th. Edmonton regained the lead in the 5th, led 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th when Wenatchee tied it to send it into extra innings. Each team traded runs in the 10th, so it was tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 13th with 2 outs and the bases loaded for Carson Olin. I was along Brandon Schmitten with the call here on the NCWLIFE channel.
The .338 hitter in the left-handed batter's box. And the pitch by Seltzer on the way, swung on a chop to the left side of the infield. The shortstop in will field and throw.
Yeah!
Game over. Apple Sox win it. And they're going to mob Carson Olin out there behind the bag at first base. Here comes the water. Here comes the celebration. And here comes the Apple Sox winning it tonight by a final of 5-4 in extra innings.
For the second week in a row, the Apple Sox have a player to be recognized by the West Coast League as Moss Adams Player of the Week. Frankie Carney, a redshirt freshman at UC Irvine, hit .370 for the week with 3 multi-hit games, 7 runs, and 3 stolen bases. Carney holds the second best batting average in the league at .364 while leading the league in runs with 41. He's tied for 6th in walks with 32. Carson Olin was selected the WCL Player of the Week last week, while Easton Amundsen was chosen in mid-June. Well, another West Coast League action on Sunday. Griffin Palfrey was 6 for 6 for Kelowna with 3 runs as the Falcons dominated Victoria 11-0. Garrett Crenshaw was also 4 for 6 with 3 RBI for Kelowna, while Raphael Smink drilled his 3rd home run of the summer. Garner Christensen drove in 2 runs for Bellingham as the Bells beat Port Angeles 4-2. Noah Lowe and 3 relievers held Nanaimo to a 5-hit shutout as Kamloops picked up a 3-0 win. Sam Stem's RBI double in the top of the 9th capped a 2-run rally for Corvallis as the Knights beat Ben 4-3. Henry Munch was 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBI to lead Ridgefield over Springfield 8-1. Chris Brown and Max Ortega each hit 2-run home runs in a 4-run 6th inning to lead Cowlitz over Portland 6-1. And Walla Walla pulled off an incredible come-from-behind victory Sunday. The Swedes trailed Yakima Valley 10-4 in the top of the 9th inning and brought 13 men to the plate, scoring 7 runs to win it 11-10. Aiden Espinosa's RBI single proved to be the game winner for the Swedes. Well, Wenatchee's lead in the West Coast League's North Division for the second half is 2.5 games over Victoria with 6 games to play. Kelowna remains alive, 4 games back. Nanaimo, Edmonton, Kamloops, and Port Angeles have all been eliminated. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Monday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley football season for the high schools, and everybody else is right around the corner, Jerry Anderson from the Chelan County Football Officials Association is going to talk about the need for
football officials.
Simple enough. There's always a need. It's a pretty good gig. Keep yourself in shape, make new friends, help the kids along to develop teamwork and camaraderie. Become a football official. Jerry will tell you how to do that on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great weekend.